Welcome back. It's still the morning edition right here on Real Broadcasting Network. We now turn attention to the front pages of the newspaper. Which stories made it to the front page, which is trending, but quickly punch in right now. On the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have states get special 435 billion naira for security infrastructure. Governors hail Tinubu for supporting states to tackle challenges. Gombe, Lagos, Ondo, Enugu lead beneficiaries of FAC Special Intervention Fund. Special Intervention Fund meant for security project roads. Those are the stories you'll find, or the leading story now on the front page of the Punch newspaper. But still on the front page of the Punch, above the nameplate, UK citizens against travel to UK warns citizens against travel to Borno, Yobe, and 9 others. Here we go again with the warnings from the United Kingdom, warning citizens against travel to Borno, Yobe, and 9 other states. Beside the nameplate, Tinubu OPS kick against Atiku's petrol subsidy push. Over 46 bodies recovered in Sokoto boat accident. EFCC, ICPC summon NFF official over 12 billion naira federal government fund. And the main picture on the front page of the Punch newspaper will have the governor right there, of course, of Akwa Ibom and others at the grassroots LPG as the flag of the grassroots LPG program in Akwa Ibom. As a major picture on the front page of the Punch. But any of these stories interest you, let us know your thoughts.
All right, we'll move on to the Vanguard newspaper now. Friday morning edition to look at what stories we do have there. All right, Christians killing. Why US won't remove Nigeria's CPC tag. Why US won't remove Nigeria's CPC tag. Congressman Moore says Nigerian government must protect Christian communities. We back US over persecution and security crisis. That's Christian elders. Call for thorough investigation, prosecution of perpetrators. And of course, we have the picture of the door-to-door rally right there in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. Fuel subsidy, Tinubu and Atiku battle. Subsidy restoration demonstrates ignorance on governance and economy. This is coming from the president. There's been a lot of back and forth. Atiku unveils new subsidy model to target cap, budget, track every barrel. But in fact, what Atiku has said is that if he becomes president today, he's going to remove, or he's going to bring back rather, the fuel subsidy, and the president has responded to all of that. And below that headline, Olu of Warri's 5th anniversary. It's about culture, homecoming, and empowerment. All right, and we have a couple of other headlines right here on the Vanguard newspaper. We'll try to also take a look at the inside pages, try to get a sense of what that paper is saying for today. But that's all we have for you on the Vanguard this morning.
Move it over to The Guardian. On the front page of The Guardian newspaper, it says, recipe for disaster, how poor regulation on hygienic practices worsen food safety crisis. That's one of the major stories on the front page of The Guardian newspaper. Recipe for disaster, how poor regulation on hygienic practices worsen food safety crisis. APC stakeholders group trade blame in Osun Gubo poll aftermath. Presidency. Atiku reignite fuel subsidy debate in 2027 campaign opener. Yesterday, while granting audience to the governor of Osun State, now re-elected governor, the president indeed said, I hear my opponents talking about bringing back subsidy. I mean, they do not understand the economics and all. That's some of the words the president did say, addressing these talks from Atiku, reigniting fuel subsidy debate in this 27 campaign opener. Isesa Day, traditionalist rally federal government to tackle insurgency, banditry. Yesterday was declared a free working day in Lagos to celebrate this cultural day. State police panel begins draft bill, keeps pace with 7-week goal. Police, SON clapped down on fake calculators, seized 14,000 in Lagos raid. Ribadu hinges insecurity on proliferation of small arms. Following Adelabu orders absent as Iwada reconcile Oyo APC. 2027, back Obi to sack Tinubu. NDC charges Atiku as ex-VP rules out 2031 race. He said if he doesn't get the seat this time, he'll sure not be running again after now. And then we have elections materials and pictures. Campaigns have started. Political parties, now churn out their election and the campaign materials now. Those pictures on the front page of The Guardian are also talking to some of the campaigns. You can let us know your thoughts.
On the New Telegraph this morning, don't travel to Imo, Castina, 9 other Nigerian states, UK 1 citizens. Cautions against all but essential travel to parts of 19 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Well, for people who are already planning for December parties and Owambe, how does this story come across to them? An advisory from the UK warning their citizens, don't travel to Imo, Castina, and 9 other Nigerian states. U.S. national debt passes $40 trillion. Just in case you were wondering if Nigeria is the only country that owes money in the world. 47 dead as boat capsizes in Sokoto. Details on page 29 of New Telegraph. Ayedatiwa appoints 1,004 aides, picks commissioners, and 3 advisors. That's the governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa. You want to pick yourself a copy of that paper for more on that story. 2027, Okorocha sues INEC and APC over Imo West Senate ticket. Asks court to declare him APC senatorial candidate. And of course, we're ready for battle of ideas in Imo East. And that's a very interesting scenario playing out there because it's the same senatorial district of the governor, Hope Uzodinma. And Okorocha is suing INEC and the APC over the Imo West Senate ticket. Osun Guba pursue unity, reconciliation. Tinubu tells Adeleke. Pursue unity and reconciliation. Tinubu tells Adeleke. 2027. Build on success of Osun poll. Opposition leaders tell INEC and Tinubu as a commission says it will improve on conduct of election. Youth recruitment for political violence won't be tolerated. IGP warns. A lot of conversations to be had on the sidelines of the Osun governorship election. Now, there's always something on the New Telegraph with regards to health. And this one says, intensive unpaid caregiving linked to mental health risk. Intensive unpaid caregiving linked to mental health risk. Is coming from a study. Well, what's that all about? And there's Tinubu spreading opportunities across overburdened communities. This is coming from Vice President Kashim Shettima, who in fact, in company of Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu, and Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Dagogo Wokema, during the commissioning of the Elele Gbeda Omoko dual carriageway in Rivers State yesterday. Well, that's some of the headlines on the New Telegraph this morning. What are your thoughts?